SEO can help you grow your pages. It can help you grow your clip stores. It can help you grow your business. And it can definitely help you grow your socials as well. Welcome back to On the Horizon. This is MelRose Michaels. I am your host, and I'm here to share what's worked for me in building my adult creator business to try to make building yours just a little bit easier. Let's get into today's episode. If you have disappeared from the internet, or at least if that's how it feels, or if you disappeared from the internet tomorrow, would anyone be able to find you again? Or do you feel like anyone can find you now? This is important to think about, because would someone searching for your name or your niche or your videos actually ever come across your stuff? Or would you just vanish along with all your work into the void of a 37-page Google search result? Today, we're diving into a topic that's, honestly, it's not sexy, but it is essential. We're talking about SEO, search engine optimization. And I know what you're probably thinking. I'm an adult creator. I'm not a blogger. But here's the truth. If you're not using SEO, you're leaving visibility, fans, and a whole lot of money on the table. So welcome back, everyone who is tuning in live today or listening to this as a recording on the podcast. I want to talk about SEO because of how truly important it is to an adult creator's discoverability online, which if you're listening now, you would know that it is getting harder every day for a variety of reasons, right? Legislation, policy, platform discrimination, erasure, and just all the typical things we deal with as adult creators. Now, before we jump in, I do want to take a moment to say happy birthday to the CEO Society, our free private community of adult content creators. The CEO Society is officially 1 year old today as of recording this episode. And as it currently stands, we have 1,355 members in there actively sharing what's working for them and helping other creators shortcut their businesses and build them faster. I'm honestly just so grateful to all of you who are in there daily and contributing and sharing, your strategies, your tips, and just general support for one another and support for me. Like, that is my safe space. And it's so beautiful. I'm so grateful for this wonderful corner of the internet that we have built. So if you're not a member of the CEO Society yet, you can join by going to ceosociety.app. And I'm super stoked to get to interact with you over there. Now, let's get back to the episode, right? So SEO stands for search engine optimization. If you're not familiar with what that means, it is simply the process of making your content more discoverable on platforms like Google. The other place that this will apply is things like YouTube search results or even tube site results. So if you've ever, gone into Google and typed porn, and then previously would notice like Pornhub coming to the top or X videos or RedTube or all of these different clip sites and tube sites. That's because those sites are ranking for the keyword porn. So we're going to dig into this deeper, but I want to explain why this matters. So for adult creators, because searchability essentially equals scalability, you need to understand how to capitalize on this, especially if you are planning to be in the industry long term. If you are a smaller creator, you're not participating in the social media aspect of things, this is another way to get seen. So if you, for example, were to type in my name, MelRose Michaels, on Google, it's going to immediately take you to all of my stuff. So you're going to see mostly all of my socials. Then you're going to see my own domain at the bottom of that first page, melrosemichaels.com. And then if you were to click on all of these things, like all of the roads or all of these links eventually lead you to my adult platforms. So melrosemichaels.com, it has a pop-up that will lead you to all of my different platforms, adult platforms. If you're on Google and you go to my socials, you're going to notice, I have link in bio, links or link tree kind of landing pages that will take you to my platforms. If you were to go to my Instagram story or my, recent Twitter posts, you're going to have the direct links to my platforms there. So ranking for my name and ranking for my brand is really important, because even if I might not have the most traffic coming from social, or if God forbid my socials got deleted, like there would be other ways to find me on the internet, and they would be highly discoverable and they would come up easily when someone goes to look me up. This is also really beneficial because if you're interacting in real life and you have the opportunity to get someone to your platforms or get someone to your stuff, this is really how you're going to be able to do it. Like if I'm out at a bar and someone is trying to flirt on me or, hit on me, and I tell them my name is Melrose Michaels when I meet them, they might go home later that night and look for Melrose Michaels with a quick Google, and they're going to find my Instagram, and they're going to be like, oh, there's that girl I met tonight. They're going to go to my Instagram. And while they're there, they're going to see my link in bio, or they're going to see my Instagram story with a, story tag link. And that's going to take them to my link tree, and that's going to take them to my platform. So all roads should essentially lead to the end goal you have for whoever you're interacting with, whether that's real life, whether that's at a fan, expo or conference, whether that's just posting into the abyss of the internet and trying to get fans to subscribe or find your stuff. Now, when someone goes online, what you're going to notice and why this becomes so important is oftentimes fans aren't searching for a specific model, or maybe they're a fan and they don't follow you yet. They haven't found you yet. So the things they're going to be searching for are like JOI videos or mommy dom, femdom, or, they're going to search for keywords or search terms for the kind of content they want to see. They're not necessarily going to be searching for you as a creator because they might not follow you or know your stuff or be super familiar with you yet. So you want to start to understand how to use these keywords to your advantage and come up when fans are searching for them. This way, one, you can, secure a new fan, which might become a subscriber or a spender, but also so you can get your content out in front of those search terms and in front of those searches. Now, later in this episode, I'm also going to give you kind of a blueprint to follow to try to get your content to rank, even if you have no tech background. And this is something that accumulates over time. So the sooner you start doing it, the longer runway you'll have and the more you'll rank on social or online. So let's start talking about these keywords. Keywords are phrases that people will type into search engines to find something. So like I just mentioned, if someone's looking for JOI, they're going to search JOI or jerk off instruction. If they're looking for mommy dom, they're going to search the keywords mommy dom. Now, when you're thinking about keywords, you can also use that synonymously with tags or labels. So if you've ever been on one of your adult platforms and it asks you to add tags to your content, you can use tags and keywords interchangeably. They're essentially the same thing. They're keywords, phrases, search terms that are going to get your content that's tagged or labeled or search keyword in front of those keywords that are being searched for. So whenever you're in a clip store and you're uploading content and it's asking you for tags, those are your keywords. You want to label those pieces of content with the correct keywords. If you're uploading to your OF, for example, you can be adding certain words into your post captions that will help rank for keywords. You can be adding certain words to your OF bio or your insert whatever fan site platform you use. Whatever the bio is that they see before they subscribe to you, you can be inserting keywords in there as well.
If you're enjoying this podcast episode so far, please take one moment to share it with another one of your adult content creator friends, because you know what the rule is here. We do not gatekeep, and we want to make as many adult creators' businesses as easy as possible. And you sharing this episode with them might do exactly that. Thanks so much in advance.
Anything where you apply text, you should assume and you should optimize it for SEO keywords in ranking. Not all platforms are created equal. Not all platforms do actually SEO optimize this stuff for you. But for you to do the most and get the most use out of everything that you post to the internet, you should treat it as such. You should treat it as it is. Also, most platforms, even if they don't SEO rank now, they could make that change in the future and you won't have anything to go back and change. So this is why I want to kind of get this point across and make sure you understand it now. So I'm just going to rattle off some things that are SEO optimized in most places. Your bios on fan sites are usually SEO optimized. If you have a clip store, your bio on the clip store is usually SEO optimized. Your titles of all your video store descriptions, all of that should be SEO optimized. If you're posting social media posts, that can be SEO optimized. Every word you write on Instagram is SEO optimized. Your Instagram bio is SEO optimized. Same thing goes for Twitter, your post, your bio, all of that. Other things, when you're posting to fan sites, your actual content in the posts. So you can write words in your captions when you're posting to fan sites, and then that post is SEO optimized for whatever words you've included in the post. So that's just things to think about. the easiest way to remember this is anytime you're writing text on the internet, online, any words going up, try to SEO optimize it for what a fan might be searching for to come across that content. So you really want to take on the fan's view or the fan perspective when you're doing this. That's really going to be important to making sure your stuff gets in front of those fan search results. So an actionable step you can take, and I think this is really useful, this is something I spent a lot of time doing in my own little notepad on my iPhone, is by having a keyword bank. If you remember hashtags, when hashtags first came out, hashtags were a way for you to put in a hashtag where someone clicked on it and could see everything else contributed to that hashtag, whatever was trending in that hashtag. The same way you think about or thought about hashtags before is the same way you can think about keywords. Anyone can search that word or that keyword, and everything that's ever been posted using it should come up. So it's the same thing as hashtags. You just don't actually have to add the hashtag these days. It all works exactly the same way. So when you're building out like a keyword bank, and this is what they're often referred to is a keyword bank, you should just start a notepad somewhere on your phone, somewhere easily accessible, where you build out this bank. And the things to think about and include when you start building it is keywords that are for your niche. So maybe example, femdom or JOI or feet. Those would be some examples for your niche. Then you want keywords that have to do with your physical traits. So for me, it would be like redhead, big boobs, big butt, whatever. Then you want common search terms in your categories. So for me, I make a lot of jerk off instruction videos. That's something my fans know me and are really familiar with me for. So that would be a common search term I would want to rank for. Another one might be for you like femdom clip or foot fetish or, solo masturbation. Any of these things would be your common search terms. So again, take on that fan frame of mind and what would this fan search for that I want to come up in? Maybe they're searching for point of view. Maybe they're searching for riding content. Maybe they're searching for sneaky content. Maybe they're searching for step sibling content. Those are going to be the common search terms and you'll plug into your keyword bank. And then as a note, you should always also include your stage name as a keyword and tag on your content whenever you're publishing. So I will usually include MelRose by itself and try to rank for that. And I'll also include Melrose Michaels as well. And I'll try to have both variations in there just to help me rank better. So again, in your keyword bank, you're going to have all the keywords associated with your niche, all the keywords you can think of associated with your physical traits, and then all of the common search terms you think fans would be looking for that you want to rank for, and then your stage name. This is going to be how you build your brand over time. And now, when you are going through this process of building SEO, I want to make sure you understand that this is not something that happens overnight. SEO is something that builds on itself over time. My SEO is solid because I've been doing this, slowly over time for 13 plus years. So when you search my brand or you search my stage name, all of my stuff comes up pretty solidly. But when you make this change and you start doing this, don't expect those results and that ranking to happen over time. It's going to take time to build this history of trust with the search engines so that you start ranking. So think about it as you're kind of building a foundation for your business by associating your brand and your name and your content with all of these things online. And the more you do it, the more often you do it, and the better it performs, the more Google and SEO, search engines trust what you've written and they trust that those words are equivalent or are useful when looking for this content or for when looking for this website URL or for searching for this thing. And then they make it rank higher because the people searching for it are finding what they're searching for. So the more accurate your keywords and tags are, the better. I often see a lot of creators listing keywords and listing tags that actually don't have anything to do with their clips or their videos or their content. You do not want to do that. If your video doesn't have anything to do with JOI, you don't want to attach that tag to it or that keyword in its post or in its title or in its description. If your video doesn't have actual point of view in it, you don't want to attach a POV keyword or tag to the title, to the description, to the post caption, anything like that. It has to actually describe and actually lead to content that a fan or viewer or purchaser is going to locate and be happy they found it and it's relevant to what they were searching for. If you're using keywords and tags that aren't relevant, you're going to rank lower. You're actually doing yourself a massive disservice over time. And you'll notice a lot of creators do that by putting in the wrong keywords or putting the wrong tags on their content. Again, where we're going to use these keywords, you're going to use them in the titles of your posts on your fan site or in the post body, the written post section of your fan sites. You're going to use it in your bios. You're going to use it in the first 100 words of your video descriptions. You're going to use it in alt text. If you're posting to social media, you can go in advanced settings and edit alt text to the photos, and you can put all of these keywords in your alt text. Again, make sure whatever the content is, it's relevant to the keywords you're using. And then you're going to use it as those categories or tags or keywords or labels on content. Usually this is most often asked for when you're uploading to video clip stores. Now, on tube sites specifically, it's really important to have your SEO keywords in the video title, in the description, and in the tags. And if it makes sense for the context of your content, you can even say it out loud in the videos themselves, because some platforms can analyze audio of content now and will help rank accordingly. But I find that this is harder to do in like any authentic or like smooth way. So it's not something I personally aim for when I'm filming my content. But again, in the video titles, in the descriptions, in the tags, very, very important. You want to think human plus algorithm. So your title should appeal to the viewer. It should be super clickbaity. It should make them want to watch. It should entice them. But it should also clearly signal to the search engine what the video is about. So if I have a JOI video and I wanted to get a title for it that I thought would rank, it would be something like Redhead gives point of view JOI with come countdown. All of those words might be something someone searches for. Redhead content, JOI, point of view, come countdown. As long as all of those, core things take place in the content, then that would be a really solid video title that someone's going to search. It's going to be less likely that someone's going to search Melrose Michaels JOI or jerk off instruction and come across the content. I want to appeal to anyone looking for a redhead, anyone looking for JOI, anyone looking for point of view. I want to go broad in my title. Now, I will still add Melrose Michaels into maybe the video description or the tags for the content for SEO, so that if someone's looking for me specifically, they can also find me. But when you're thinking SEO, you want to start broad and then go narrow. Think of it like a funnel. Use your broad search terms where you're most likely to be discovered, and then go narrow and use the smaller search terms, things like your name or highly specific things about you. And this is going to help you get discovered on those tube sites. Again, keeping your video titles really specific, keeping your video descriptions a couple paragraphs if you're able to, like 2 to 3 paragraphs, and then trying to use your keywords naturally. So when you're using keywords naturally in a video description, it might be something like Melrose Michaels is back again, everyone's favorite redhead next door. Melrose Michaels, keyword. Back again, that means nothing. Your favorite redhead is a keyword. Redhead girl next door is a keyword. So now I've gotten 3 keywords into a sentence that flows very naturally for my video description, and then I would continue on talking. Now, when it comes to writing these video descriptions that are keyword optimized, you can totally use GPTease to help you write those and make sure that they flow better. So you can go to gptease.ai, say, hey, I'm writing a video description for this video about XYZ things. I want it to be keyword optimized. Can you rewrite it for me? And it'll give you an output that you can use right there inside your clip stores or your video descriptions. And then last but not least, you want to use all available tag or keyword or label slots. So don't just stop at 5. Like if you have the ability to use 10 or 20 or 30, use them all. Whatever platform you're on, the more keywords or tags you can use, the better. It's just going to help you become that much more discoverable. So always use them as much as you can. Now, like I mentioned, you can use GPTease AI to help you with a lot of this stuff. Typically, when I film content now, I kind of do it all in one place because we released this Canvas feature with GPTease where you can edit the outputs of the responses from GPTease by clicking the little pencil at the bottom of the output. So what I'll do is I will script my video with GPTease. It'll give me, my video script. After I've scripted the video with GPTease, I'll ask it to SEO optimize the title of the video description, my fan site feed caption, and my PPV locked caption. And then it'll give me a blurb for all of those things that's SEO optimized. So my title will be SEO optimized, my clip store description optimized, my fan site post caption optimized, and my locked PPV caption optimized. Now, once I have all of that, it's all in one place there with my script, and I can kind of go back to it and pull from it. And it's saved there in your GPTease dashboard. So it's super convenient. You'll notice this feature rolled out. Just go to the bottom of your most recent GPTease response, click the pencil, and you'll start to see all of this, where you can do all of this stuff. But using a tool like that just makes things go faster. It's more streamlined. So if you haven't played with it, you can check out GPTease.ai as well. It's totally free at its most basic level. Now, we should also, I think, zoom out a little bit and just talk about search engines. Google is obviously still the #1 search engine. And that means if you do own your own site, even just like a landing page or like a link tree, you can get that to rank in the traffic for Google or SEO. So what you want to do is you want to have a domain. So right now, if you go to melrosemichaels.com online, you're going to see a little website, which is basically just a landing page that I created. And because it's a landing page, or I have a domain going to it, melrosemichaels.com, and because my name now ranks on SEO, Melrose Michaels, because of all, the years and years of making sure everything's SEO optimized, because my name is in the URL of the link, now my domain and my website rank. So you should be thinking about this when you're putting out content into the world, or when you're building a link tree or landing page. If you have a link tree, say you use what I use beacons.ai, you can buy a domain from GoDaddy or Yahoo or Namecheap or what have you, and you can use whatever that domain is and redirect it to your beacons or to your landing tree, so that your landing tree has your name in the domain, and therefore your landing tree or your link tree will start to rank better because it's associated with a domain that is your name. For example, I could have bought the domain Sneaky Redhead, or I could have bought the domain hotredhead.com. And anytime someone searches hot redhead online, that domain would start to rank. And the more people search it, the higher it ranks if it leads to somewhere there's a hot redhead, which obviously if it was on my link tree, it would. So you can also think about this with your landing pages and link trees, and buying them strategic domains that are getting searched for, because the more search volume you have, the better it will perform. Now, when you are building out a website or a landing page, you can also build out a blog, because blogs and written posts help with your SEO a lot. I know a lot of creators will have their video, like maybe a thumbnail in a blog post, just to promote like a new video has dropped. Like, hey, I just finished, recording this new video. It's live now on all my spicy sites. I really loved filming this. And then they'll tell some like background about the video. Like, I had so much fun creating this. Writing the script was really a time I got to explore my sexuality, whatever. And then filming it behind the scenes, I got to create the set, and I purchased everything myself, and I made the costume, or I made what I wore. Like, you give just context, like interesting BTS stuff you can communicate about the video. But realistically, all of these keywords are going to help that video rank. They're going to either take a fan to your blog, which they'll then see the video that you just released and can link off from the blog page to the content or to your spicy site and find it. But the SEO and the amount of text and words incorporated in that blog post is going to help the blog rank. Therefore, the domain, the www will rank, and the more traffic will come to it. And when you are making these blog posts, you can link these blog posts off to your spicy sites to find the content. So this is why a lot of adult creators still have blogs or run blogs or have a personal website. So it's really important to consider this is an alternative way to drive traffic. You might be familiar with, there's like the OnlyFinder.com of the world, or OnlyFeed, or Only News. These are all websites using SEO to drive traffic to creators. Like, there's OnlyFans review sites. That's what I'm kind of talking about. If you go to the review sites, they will have your OnlyFans listed, and they are ranking on SEO for your brand name to these sites. And then you can purchase traffic from these sites or what have you. But all of the traffic looking for all of these keywords ends up on these OnlyFans review sites. And then they can click off the OnlyFans review site to the OnlyFans page of that creator themselves. So that's kind of how these websites work. And a lot of them sell traffic in this way to the creators. Like, hey, if you want traffic from OnlyFinder, you can register, purchase traffic, but they're selling you traffic that is landing on the OnlyFinder website or traffic that is looking for your name already. So like, it's really important to nail down your SEO and build it over time so that you can capitalize on people looking for you by yourself. You don't need any intermediary. But on the flip side, if you wanted to capitalize on all the traffic from all the creators that go to these OnlyFans review sites, there's a huge benefit, because if someone like a fan is looking for an OnlyFans that they want to subscribe to, but they want to see how it's been reviewed and what people are saying about it, they'll end up on a site like OnlyFans Finder and see the reviews that are posted, and then go from there to click on the creator's profile and go to their OnlyFans. So again, this is how SEO becomes really important, how you can kind of use it to funnel and grow your business. Now, imagine that you are starting to rank for some of your keywords. So, for example, I start ranking for the word redhead, or I start ranking for the word country girl or girl next door. When you start ranking, you'll notice if you search those terms online, either on tube sites or in Google or on social media, that your stuff is showing up in them. And that's how you're going to be able to verify that you're starting to rank finally after some time, is when you start searching for the things you're ranking for, you actually see yourself showing up in them. And again, this can take a while, so the sooner you start, the better off you're going to be. The real thing to take away from SEO is that it is kind of how you build a foundation for your brand. It's how you make sure you're around for the long run and that someone else also isn't capitalizing on you. Like, if you aren't ranking in your own SEO for your own name or for the kind of content you make, that means that someone else is benefiting. Because when you're searched for your name or your brand, or when the kind of content you make is searched for and it doesn't lead to you, that means it leads somewhere else to someone else who's capitalizing on it, more than likely. So this is why it's so important to make this something you think about. Just consider that anytime you put text online, you should be considering the keywords that you can plug in and use to help make that benefit you in the long run, to help make all roads lead back to you in the long run. So ultimately, quick recap is just that SEO helps you get discovered on Google, on tube sites, and everywhere. Keywords are your superpower. You want to build your keyword bank so that you can quickly hop into a notepad, copy your keywords, plug them into alt text on social posts, plug them into GPTease to write you, titles or video descriptions or captions for your feed posts to lock PPVs, or plug them in anywhere on the internet, so on your website, on your link tree, on your written blog, so that all roads lead to you. Then you're going to optimize and you're going to reap the rewards over time. And like I said, if you need help doing this, you can always use some of these AI tools, because they're going to be just super strong, and this is like an easy lift for them to do where you don't have to spend your time doing it all. So hopefully this is helpful. I also want to mention we did just release a YouTube video about SEO. So it's the video that's pinned at the top of this if you are listening live. The video is called "I Made Over $1 Million on OnlyFans Without Shoutouts or Promo Burnout." And SEO can help you grow your pages. It can help you grow your clip stores. It can help you grow your business. And it can definitely help you grow your socials as well. And the bigger your socials get, the stronger your SEO becomes. So that one's kind of a twofold benefit. So I hope this helped you. I hope that you understand the value of SEO and that you start to put into practice. Everywhere you plug in text online matters. You should be thoughtful about it. You should do it with intention, because you are not just a creator, you are also a brand, you are a business, and now you're going to be building a digital footprint that is going to last longer than any trending sound or algorithm shift ever will. So thank you guys so much for listening. CEO Squad, happy birthday, CEO Society. Again, head over there if you're not already, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you guys for listening.
It would be absolutely incredible if you rated this podcast 5 stars and left a little review. We want to get this podcast to as many adult creators as possible, and you taking a second to leave a couple stars and a review really helps us do that. Thanks so much.